हेलो 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 दोस्तों, आ गए हैं हम फिर से एक और सर्किट वॉच अलोंग लेके। एंड हमारे प्रिय मित्र अजहर को चीयर करने इस बार एक नए फॉर्मेट के साथ, बिकॉज इस बार अनलाइक द प्रीवियस इवेंट जिसमें हम दो पत्तों के साथ खेल रहे थे, इस बार वेरिएंस डबल होने वाला है। बिकॉज अब चार पत्ते involved and the game is PLO, Pot Limit Omaha. And as you can see, we are also underway in a tournament जो हम साइड में खेलेंगे as we did earlier. And although हमने थोड़ी सी थोड़ी सा स्टैक लूज कर दिया है, बट वी आर डेफिनेटली कॉन्फिडेंट। इस बार आई एम डेफिनेटली कॉन्फिडेंट दैट हम अच्छे से खेलेंगे। स्ट्रीम गेटिंग दैट स्ट्रीम लक इन एंड हम फोड़ेंगे ये वाला टूर्नामेंट, हम फोड़ेंगे। एंड आई एम नॉट रियली श्योर अबाउट अजहर कि उसका पीएलओ कितना अच्छा है, बट हमारा तो टूर्नामेंट अच्छा ही है। लाइक अजहर से तो बेटर ही है भाई। अजहर तो अभी देखना हागेगा अजहर। ये मेरी भविष्यवाणी है। लेट्स सी। तो I think without further ado, we are very excited to watch and learn. Learn से ज़्यादा just enjoy the banter and fun जो होने वाला है Circuit Season 2, the PLO episode. As we can see, 1.5 घंटे का episode है, which will be perfect for my late registration, because इस tournament की भी late registration कुछ 1.5 घंटे से कम ही है. So while I complete this episode, this will help me focus or kind of feel kind of distracted from my tournament. Because होता क्या है ना कि if you focus too much on a particular tournament, and that is the only thing that you are doing at that point, तो तुम्हें कुछ क्रिएटिव अतरंगी चीज़ें करने का मन कर जाता है। एंड वो क्रिएटिव अतरंगी चीज़ें करने के चक्कर में ना तुम कभी कभी भूल जाते हो कि मैथ्स नाम की कोई चीज़ होती है जो तुम्हें बिल्कुल ही ले डूबेगी। तो उस चीज़ को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए हम आराम आराम से देख देख के अप्रिशिएट कर करके कभी कभी पॉज कर देंगे वीडियो इफ़ वी आर इन अ टफ स्पॉट, बट आवर प्रायोरिटी इज़ टू हैव फन and as well as do make good decisions in this tournament. We will not, हम एक चीज़ इंश्योर करेंगे कि हम कभी भी ऐसे स्टक ना हो किसी स्पॉट में। जनरली कभी कभी द इशू दैट आई फेस इज कि हम ना स्टक हो जाते हैं कि हम लेट्स सपोज मैंने बेट किया, लाइक मैं लिम्प करता हूँ, ठीक है, देन सामने से रेज आ जाता है, फिर कुछ और हो जाता है। तो उस टाइप के सिनेरियोज में हम अटकना नहीं है। वी वुड ऑलवेज वांट टू बी ईदर द एग्रेसर, और हमें पता होना चाहिए लिम्प करने से पहले कि अगर रेज आ गया है तो हमारा एक्शन प्लान क्या होगा। हम ऐसे फंसेंगे नहीं, ठीक है। लाइक हम पहले से ही स्ट्रैटेजी डिसाइड करके चलेंगे, and that's how we'll go about this. And without further ado, चार पत्तों की बोली start हो जाए, and let's see what this round of the tournament or the phase of circuit goes, how this goes for Azhar. I'm very excited as well as for this tournament. So let's go, let the party begin. 1 second. I hope.
Previously on the circuit.
I have PLO today, and it's a game that has very high variance.
There's Navi on the table. There's Arman on the table. There's Azhar.
I could be the dark horse.
Game plan is to try and secure as many points as I can.
Only one thing I can do, right? We'll go for everything and anything.
Like everyone on the table had come to win.
I'd say more creative players on the table with Zarwan to my immediate left.
ये बंदा ना Zarwan is like a PLO specialist. I've seen and heard about him a lot. तो Zarvan ka, it's like it's very tough. Although it seems like that PLO is more of more luck based game. But जितने ज़्यादा वेरिएशंस बढ़ते जाते हैं पोकर में उतना क्लोज टू skill आता जाता है poker. So the more the permutation combination, the less other people will be able to figure those permutation combination, and hence you have the edge. Zarwan has kind of cracked it. ऐसा सुनने में आया, as well as मैंने देखे हैं इसकी कुछ games. So very excited to see ये क्या करता है. Apart from Azhar, we are also kind of looking for Zarwan a bit because he's an interesting player.
He's a top rec.
PLO is my forte.
Yes, sir. That's what
I
I've
don't think I
heard.
was playing my top game.
I think the last part was just a downfall straight away.
Eliminated?
But I feel like I'd forgotten again today and I had to re-pick it up.
Hats off to Lux because whatever strategy
Wait. Wow. हमने पिछले बार की तरह फिर से हक दिया है. ये हमने सीजन 2 एपिसोड 4 लगा दिया जबकि हमें 3 देखना था. और अभी हमें ये पता चल चुका है दैट हमारा प्रिय मित्र
Last part was just a downfall straight
हमारा
away.
प्रिय मित्र छठे पोजीशन पे ही बस्ट हो चुका है. छठे पोजीशन पे. ब्यूटी यार सस्पेंस ही खराब हो गया यार. वेट ये नहीं होना चाहिए. let's go to the
PLO tournament, I'm going expert.
starting it again from season 2 episode 3, that is जहाँ से हमें देखना था. बट नाउ वी नो यार अजहर 6th पे बस्ट हो रहा है. मतलब एक लास्ट तो नहीं आया चलो, बट स्टिल.
Now it's time to go from Texas to Omaha. Because
Omaha.
it's 4 cards that we're going to be playing with today. PLO is the event.
Just like event number 1, we will have 2 tables.
ओके इस बार अजहर के साइड में ही जारवान बैठा है, नव किरण बैठा है. तो द CEO of पोकरबाजी is on to the right, and Zarwan, that is the PLO specialist who we are also kind of semi-rooting for, is to the left. So interesting.
Of 7 players each. And here is a very deadly table 1.
We've got
Ooh.
a lot of people who are experts at this game.
Game plan is pretty simple. I'm defending champion for the PLO tournament. I'm going to retain my
Yeah,
trophy.
yeah, defending
explosive
champion.
players on my table.
There's Navi on the table. There's Zarban on the table. All of them know PLO well. There's Azhar. They of course have a big edge over me.
And a lot of them have studied this game way more than I have. And way more than most of you guys have probably. So this is a good one to take notes because this is an emerging, fantastic format of the game that we're all looking to find an edge in.
PLO is a post-flop game, and it's a game that has very high variance. It's a game of high precision.
Among the PLO experts, we have of course Navkiran Singh, who performed not so well on day 1, got the bottom spot. Last time round, he did exactly the same and went on to ship it. Today we might get to see the same, who knows?
I mean, I've been here. I've been in the same spot. I call it deja vu.
Laksh, however,
Deja
is the least
vu,
comfortable out
let's
of all the players there.
go.
Self-admittedly, he's quite a hold'em guy, so he's going to have to navigate those waters extremely carefully. 4 cards, not 2. Remember, Laksh, remember.
That was very tough table. All the PLO players in circuit are basically on my table.
And let's not forget Zarvan, one of the newcomers. PLO is an action-packed game, and he's an action-packed player. He likes to take an edge wherever possible, and this is the place to do it.
PLO is my forte, and I've played a lot of PLO cash, and I've done well in PLO tournaments as well. So it's not that it's a new, territory for me.
Wow, Zarwan is just smashing.
I wouldn't mind.
Zarman
finishing
would be
last.
smashing,
There's no
that
point
means.
finishing in the middle.
Get in the mix, try and just go for glory, go for that first place.
So, no more needed for me then. Dealer, you know what to do.
Shuffle up and deal. Let's go.
It's time for Pot Limit Omaha, the 4-card version of poker where the swings are real and the action gets amped. With the cards on the table and the action rising, every move counts.
So I'm hoping at least to secure top 3 today.
Razor sharp focus, no room for mistakes.
You cannot
Razor
leave
sharp
anything to
focus.
chance.
I think I can adapt fast.
Double the cards, double the explosiveness.
So yeah, I'll be looking to crush today as well.
So will it be twice the fortune or twice the risk?
They could find me unpredictable in PLO, and I could be the dark horse.
So let's get to the action.
I have only one option, to go all guns blazing.
Just go all out action. Pot, pot, pot.
Dive right in.
Welcome back to the
Yes,
circuit.
let's
this
go.
is event number 2, Pot Limit Omaha. Our contenders are set.
तो मतलब
It's
स्टार्टिंग
going to
में
be
अजहर
a
काफी
crazy
सारे
one.
हैंड्स
My
खेलने
name is
वाला है
Billy
which
Singhal.
he'll
I'm
fuck
joined
up
in the booth
or
with
will
Aditya
not
Wadhwani
go
as always,
in
as
favor.
we kick off table number 1. It's going to be a fun one, Addy. I suspect some of these PLO ninjas will be putting the others to the test.
So much PLO experience on this table, it's going to be wild.
ये क्या हुआ?
of PLO cash games.
So much PLO experience
ये अजहर का थॉर हैमर इसके पास क्यों है? What happened there?
on this table, it's going to be wild.
You play a lot of PLO cash games. Me? You, I know you play.
Yeah,
He plays a lot more than I do.
Ah.
For sure, yeah. Now, yes. And deep stacks also he plays.
Deep.
High stakes.
अजहर से पूछा उसने.
High stakes.
Good fold, bro.
Ace 9 5 deuce.
He plays 6, so I think and 6 is slightly trickier than 4.
अजहर के पास था क्वीन 10 से बकवास हैंड.
I think 4 is very high.
No. I don't think so.
4 is very high skill game, Navi. 4 is very high
Well,
skill
skill,
game.
6 also. The kind of, I mean 6 is a different.
Just to clarify, we're playing PLO 4. Players discussing PLO 5 and 6.
Backdoor की calculation या 2% का फर्क
like
पड़ता
to
है.
know
more
the
mathematical
kind
skill.
of
Backdoor
nuts
maybe.
that are just worthless and the kind of nuts that are much better right on the flop.
It's not that difficult to figure out 6 in my
I don't think
like
so. I think it's harder. The more cards you get, the harder it gets.
I also feel भाई 6 पत्तों में the thing is उसे ये लग रहा है that 6 पत्तों में बहुत सारी possibilities हैं and कुछ ना कुछ तो बन ही जाएगा वाला and double suited खेलना is a good strategy and things like that, but जो 2% के edges होते हैं ना, that is very tough to calculate.
See, I'll tell you why. Because
And we see the
Okay, Chigi, Zarvan and Lakshpal in the hand. अच्छी hit हुई है किसी की? No, that's a
first
good
flop
one.
of the match, 8-8-5. In case you're not familiar with PLO, we will help you along for now. Not much for any player, to be honest. Chirag has the open ender. Not too valuable in PLO when you have a paired board. Zarvan has the same open ender. Diddly squat for Lakshpal Singh.
Lakshpal folds.
Thank God I checked again. Yeah, I thought I had an 8.
6 7 open ender.
Zarvan.
Okay.
With aggression,
अच्छा
takes
Chigi
it down.
fold.
plays a lot of PLO. Zarvan, I think, is the best PLO 4 player here. After Jagdeep, probably.
And some high praise there for the newcomer.
In all of this, huh? All on दूसरे table.
सर देख रहा है भाई मेरी भी praise कर दो कोई.
For live series, and there is usually a PLO tournament in every live series
Mom
I
said
go to.
5 bet.
And I've done pretty well in live PLO tournaments. I've won like 3 and played 5 or 6 out of that. I've final table 4. So that's a good record. And yeah, I'm confident. And I think PLO is a game where like not many people are kind of very good at it right now. And I think I have a decent edge. Not against this field or these players, but in general, I'm saying. Yeah.
High praise indeed from Navi. Well deserved as well, Zarvan. A Hold'em tournament beast, but a PLO cash game expert as well. Just like his friend Azhar on his right, who also plays the highest stakes all over the world.
Azhar plays the highest stakes all over the world.
Oh, Azhar. Yeah, he straddled.
Hold on a minute here. Zarvan re-straddles.
Azhar straddles, Zarvan re-straddles भाई.
Mind you, this is just for fun. It'll count as a blind raise.
अच्छा,
Straddle,
it will
re-straddle,
not
LP
count as a straddle.
Fold.
Azhar gets 9877. Not bad. Not good as well under the gun, but not bad.
अच्छा ये सब भी हो रहा है
Yeah, Lakshya's not getting involved in this madness.
Pawan is a very naughty boy, man.
ये है क्या ये रेज है ना मतलब just
Oh, look at the hand Zarvan has woken up with. Not too bad for a restraddle.
नहीं मैटर करता है ना
It's a raise.
it's a raise
Zarvan, old school. Every bit of information counts, no matter how small.
Azhar looking at his cards again. कि क्या खेल सकते हैं, क्या भर सकते हैं, all in.
गुरु के बाद हाथ आ गया है मोटा, समझ नहीं आ रहा उसको करूँ क्या, लिम्ब करूँ कि रेस करूँ.
Zarvan speech talk भी कर रही है fold.
पत्ते देखने के बाद ऐसे.
Or option number 3.
एक्शन मेरे को पता ही नहीं था मेरे पे
चलो यार ब्लाइंड आप ट्राई करते हैं. ओह सॉरी.
Cute try. Cute try.
Zarvan knew exactly what he was doing there. Not allowed to raise the straddle, counting as a blind raise. And he flops trips.
Ooh,
Must be
Zarvan
nice.
flops.
Double straddle blind and flop way the best of it.
Although
Azhar के
Navi's
पास
gonna
तो
take
कुछ
the
भी
lead
नहीं है.
here.
Like shit. And ये
And
देखो आ
Azhar
गए हैं
calls with
call.
his overpair and a gut shot. That's a pretty weak hand
Overpair.
to overcall with. He's doing
Yes.
this because his opponent is Navi and he has position over him. But Zarvan with his 5 comes along. And comes along in the form of a small raise. In PLO, this is dangerous. It often signals the exact kind of hand Zarvan has. And Navi's not a believer.
That is equally dangerous, my friend.
क्या चल रहा है ये? क्या चल रहा है
Time for Azhar to
ये?
get out of the way.
चलो thank God
What is
Azhar
Navi doing in
folded.
this spot? Does he even have a plan of action here? He has 3% equity.
2 clubs चाहिए क्या देखो
Oh, and Azhar hits the straight, but I mean, 2 flush draws, paired board. I don't know if he would have felt comfortable with an 8-7 here.
दिल से दुआ है bro.
Azhar was like दीदी
Speaking
खोलना
of
मत.
comfortable, I don't know if Zarvan's too comfortable either. Just a 5. He checks out of caution and hits the
Full
king.
house.
Dream card, full house now for Zarvan.
Checking.
Check, check
Low play चल
on
रहा
the
है.
turn. Easy value bet for Zarvan to make on the river and Navi. Just as a pair of 9s. Should be able to get out of the way.
7,900 in a pot of
You don't love it?
लगभग
Feel
12,000
like
में
you're
79
being
है.
abused a little bit.
3/4.
But in PLO, this is not even a great bluff catcher, to be
All
honest.
तो कर ही नहीं सकता. All in
Pocket
करेगा
nine's not
bluff
worth
all
much.
in.
Zarvan could have something like pocket kings, in fact, even value bet pocket aces. Obviously, a straight on the board, quite visibly so.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's made the... Yeah, it looks like he's making the call there. Think that's a product of maybe Navi getting suspicious about the whole restraddle
Call?
situation,
क्यों
leveled
कर
himself
रहे?
into making a light call?
Light is an understatement. I'm blown away.
Yes, sir.
नो डिस्काउंट बोल दिया मतलब
ब्लाइंड में हैंड क्या है इसका ब्लाइंड रेस पे
किंग क्वीन जैक फाइव डबल
बातें
सूटेड
करते हो. क्या? चूड़ियों की बातें करते करते बढ़िया कंगन आ गए.
बढ़िया लपेटा बढ़िया लपेटा
Zarvan, I've played a bit of cash games back in the day. He's a top reg. I mean, probably Asia's #1 reg right now in terms of live circuit. I definitely
Okay.
think he's a strong contender to even ship the whole thing. I mean, I think he's a great pick for the circuit. Second, I think he has it in him to, take it all.
I
am
think
completely
we'll be
packed
shoving.
between all of the, I'd say, more creative players on the table, with Zarwan to my immediate left, Navi to my immediate right. I will not have much freedom in terms of, having my hand at opening freely, because Navi will not allow too many spots to go away just like that. Zarwan won't let go any spots uncontested. There's just solid resistance all the way. So I would say my strategy with the points advantage would be to try to play a bit aggressive, put some pressure on other players, try to get some early chips, because early chips are the only way to sort of get yourself deep into the tournament itself.
Okay.
So that will be my strategy, to play a little tight, but play all of the parts of it very aggressively. Yeah, the दो बार भी
So
नहीं
Zarvan's image gets him paid by
Re-raised,
Navi.
but
His PLO
B9.
skills getting him a lot of respect on the table.
Add an overpair and a wrap.
Ace 3 of clubs.
होना नहीं चाहिए था.
Add overpair wrap.
8-8-7-6.
चारों
But ये क्या हुआ? ये क्या हुआ? Why is my MTD table coming here? Okay, I think it saves the last. Wo. Okay. Do we want to dive in some PLO action? Getting inspired by these super players. Hmm. 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 One second. One second. Ah, shit. Okay. तरस नहीं आया तुझको, तरस नहीं आया तुझको, खुद गर्ज इश्क ये तेरा, तरस नहीं आया तुझको, तरस नहीं आया तुझको. क्या चल रहा है? Run it twice tables. I'm just seeing another table to play. Jingalala 24. भाई लोगों के यूजर नेम्स आर गेटिंग वेरी random. Jingalala 24 was the username I found. Um. mm, 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 mm. Mm-hmm. I am thinking, just thinking out loud. Nah, not my cup of tea. So, the best thing to do would be to play some PLO like these chaps. Like these chaps here. Get some PLO blood flowing in. What we'll be doing would be, I think. Mid पे क्या है? अच्छा ओके. एक सेकेंड. I want to just choose a good table to play. Because what we'd be doing is just burning some money now. Not as such, but अरे नहीं भाई नहीं. Leave. 4 2. ठीक है, not bad. Not bad at all. So what would we do is just go to capture. Okay. So 6 card it is, guys. 6 card PLO, just like these regs. We are not afraid to recover some of our money back. Our stop loss would be around stop loss is this buy-in only. I mean, our stop profit would be around when we hit 10. I think that would be just apt. So yes sir, let's resume.
Guess कर रहे हो आप? Next level हो bro. मतलब मैं बहुत पीछे आ गया हूँ मैं तो। चार पत्ते guess कर रहे हो।
ये तो कैश गेम तो बना ही लिया ज़ारवान ने, अब एक बार किस्मत चल गई है।
भाई आप नहीं
You know what they say, right?
आप straddle auto है मेरा.
Yeah, and it's the worst to accidentally.
Bro, I can't even pick up 4 cards. Man. It's so
Auto
tough.
straddle announced, ma'am.
Really now, Sarvan?
All the way.
All the way, नहीं, at least till 4 levels. उतने तक तो afford कर सकते.
Some backtracking.
So there is a plan.
Feelings बहुत जल्दी change हो सकती है, is what I feel.
If you committed to auto straddling the whole tournament, that would be truly baller.
Okay. Ruben got double suited ace king jack 5. Good, nice.
How much?
खत्म हो गए। 2100 का अगर pre-flop pot होगा।
Meanwhile, we have an actual hand brewing. Ruben Labru, who claims to be a PLO noob, finds ace king jack 5 single suited to the ace and 3 bets it in position. Nicely done thus far.
Claims to be a PLO noob.
If you're new to the 4-card game, it's called pot limit Oma because you cannot exceed the amount that's in the middle in terms of a bet that you make. The maximum Ruben could put in was 2100.
Okay, nice flop for
Jack
Ruben.
10, 6, 2 diamonds. What a beautiful flop for Ruben. Look at the equity. Smashed it. He has top pair, top
Yes,
kicker,
top pair, top
gut shot to the
kicker.
nut straight, and the nut flush draw.
And the nut flush draw.
Well, if you're Chirag Soda right now, you won't be feeling too bad about your hand either. He's got the wrap.
Yeah, the wrap meaning a straight draw with multiple cards. The ace, king, and queen would give him a straight, as would a 9. And there is the ace. He has a nut straight, 13% equity. Now becomes
Chiggy
65%.
has the nuts,
And it
but
goes a quick check. Ruben knows king, queen was a possible holding. And an absolute brick on the river here. Chirag ends up with the check mark. Ruben's hand started out so strong. Now it's top 2 pairs. And Chirag is going to bet the nuts. And I don't see how Ruben can get away from this. So many missed bluffs Chirag could be betting.
This is one of the interesting things about PLO. You know, you come across strong hands. It's
ooh,
actually
I
quite
have
hard to
4,
get good
5,
value
6,
because
7,
a
8,
good player
9.
will be aware. In
Damn.
this case, 6,000
So
is the
beautiful.
amount that gets the job done.
So
Good
fucking
sizing there,
beautiful.
Chiggy. Well done.
Yeah, but then this is
Daddy था almost.
क्या set call किया?
Ruben looking to share his misery by showing Navi his hand.
Going pot.
And by the way, Chiggy and Ruben supposedly the weak PLO players on the table, but the way they navigated that hand, you would never think so.
I just
Today, of course,
checked.
game plan is to try and secure as many points as I can. I have PLO today, which is not my strong suit, but not most people's strong suit here. Decent, I wouldn't say I don't have an edge as such. I think it's fairly even. And I have a nice table lineup. Explosive players on my table. We have Azhar, we have Navi, we have Zarwan, who are quite explosive. We have Pawan, who's really, really good. And then I think there's Labru and myself. So most wary, I would say, of Navi and Azhar. So I'm hoping at least to secure top 3 today because from -10, you know, if I can get another 40, 50 points, 60 points today, that'll be very, very good for me.
It's not my game of choice. Yeah, this is an important tournament for me because they are much better players. I think I'll see what these guys are doing. It's deep. I have a lot of leverage early stages. I can maybe even change strategies if I have to. We do something that like they're not expecting. That's going to be the plan.
Okay hand.
Good answer. Don't answer. Pawan simply will be asking you.
And here's Lakshpal Singh. Will he finally play a
Lakshpal.
hand? Nope.
Nope.
Snug, snug.
Pavan Bansal with a double suited hand. Expect opening action.
Pawan has plenty of PLO experience as well, mind you. He came up in his early career playing a lot of PLO cash. Knows what to do with that double suited hand. You have a lot of board coverage with this hand. If it comes low, you have something. If it comes high, you have something. Two suits also help. And Navi has a strong holding as well. Queen 10, 9, 7, single suited.
4, 5,
Lots
6,
of wraps
8.
possible. Queen Jack 8, 8 with the big blind discount.
Going for only the straight because a lot of straights are covered.
Some shared cards, not too many though. And it comes a Queen Jack and an 8.
And we have something. Okay. Yes, sir. We take it down. Oh, not the second one, I guess. Not an issue. Not an issue. Still pretty good. Still pretty good. I get a hang of PLO. I get a hang of
And
PLO.
two spades. Here we go. PLO in a nutshell. The nut straight for Navi. The nut flush draw for Pawan and a gut shot to Broadway as well. And top
this is
two
a shitty
and bottom
hand.
set. Everyone has smashed this.
क्या हुआ यहाँ पे? Zarwan के पास bottom set, top two bottom set and 13%. Shit. तो 9-10 है किसी के पास, नवी के पास 9-10 है. But shit. Why is Pawan with 60%? उसके पास तो सिर्फ flush draw है. Whereas Navi already has a straight.
Board.
Not sure. कैसे चल रहा है ये?
It gets checked to the button. Navi will bet the nuts in position and both players come along.
And take a look at those equities. Pavan with face high, literally, has still got 60% equity.
And that's why, Addy, great catch. It comes the king of spades.
Nut
Nuts
flush.
for Pawan. Both Navi and Zarwan know their hand is now not worth much, and Pawan is going to bet it. Straights should not be able to continue on the turn here. Navi does not have a redraw. He cannot make a better hand than the one he has. Zarwan, on the other hand, does have a set. If the board pairs, his full house would beat the flush, but it's always tough when you have bottom set. You don't even make the best full house. And Zarwan, as a result, lets it go.
Yeah, a super disciplined fold there, something that a lot of beginners will struggle with.
Nah, that was a very straightforward
Did you have a
fold,
straight flush?
which beginners would struggle with. वाला scene नहीं है इसमें.
Questions are these? You have straight flush.
Possible.
You can have 10-9.
Yeah, he had ace of 100% raise every flop पे अगर 10-9 spades है 100% raise.
But तूने ही खुद ही डाल दिया ना. So you would have checked raise.
Yeah, 100% check raise, bro. 10-9 spades. No, 10-9 spades, 100% check raise. You want to cooler, like free roll the 10-9 if someone has it. 100%.
Then someone can have nut flush go with that.
Laksh fishing for information and trying to learn the game from better players.
That's okay, no then.
Azhar
Oh, you
कुछ
believe
बोल
that?
नहीं रहा है.
Okay.
That is
He did
weird.
hustle us all in season 1 in PLO. Did really well in that event.
For a bigger circuit.
Claims not to know PLO. Let's see how he does.
You don't get those feelings sometimes. You anyway will hold, but I think one of these.
And here's a hand that Ruben's holding that looks better than it actually is, but that's not going to stop Ruben from opening up.
Yeah, well, this is Ruben we're talking about, Addy. He's actually limped, so he just is signaling that
Azhar
he's going to call in case
folds.
somebody raises.
Azhar has
You
been
made a good
having
point.
shitty
In PLO,
hands.
you don't want to play two hold'em hands together. Queen Jack of spades, three deuce of spades. Maybe you'd play them in hold'em individually, but they're just too disconnected for PLO. Not if you're Ruben, though. The wild card.
Negative के बाद सिर्फ positive ही आ सकता है.
And Laksh finds a hand he can get busy with. Finally, ace queen 9-8, single suited to the ace.
2200 you could have made it.
Raises to 2000. Pot limit Omaha, that's almost the most he can raise. Chirag comes along from the big blind with Jack 9, 7, 6.
Okay,
and Ruben
not
does
bad.
make
We
the call
have
as
a
expected.
flush draw. We have one pair.
Shiggy's so honest. What a nice guy.
Laksh is so inexperienced in PLO that he's not able to hold his cards up properly.
Yes.
And Chiggy just pointing out those beautiful tinted shades are giving away a
Three
lot of
six-
information.
three
They are in
six are the
4K, my friend.
nuts. पहला
Well,
मैच
experience
जीत
be
रहा
damned,
था,
but he's flopped. Ace is
दूसरा
up.
नहीं.
In position, does check though.
Ace is up. 1 second, 6, 5, 6, shitty hand.
Has the gut shot as well, which does come in. It's
Hmm.
not the nut straight now on the board. Laksh has queen 9, king queen would be the nut straight.
Chiggy with a straight as well, but much lower, which is
Better
usually
hand,
not good at
double
all.
pair.
The
king
dummy
10
end of the straight, we
suited.
call it. Laksh has the second
King
nut straight.
queen
Chiggy has
suited.
the third nut straight. And it's
What?
Ruben who comes out firing, using just the queen as a blocker to try and represent king queen.
Okay, I do have set.
Laksh will have none of that. Has aces up, has the second nut straight, and just calls. As one would. You don't want to raise in case you're up against the nuts.
And Ruben, look at his outs. It would have been all
Hmm.
right, but now 4 outs.
Let's pause in there because we'll have to shove here because we have a shit ton of outs. Okay. 50-50. First one in. First one in. Ah, he takes the second one. Not an issue. काफी balanced hand था यार. He had a lot of things going for him. Okay, 3 pair. 3 pair में 2 ही count होंगे, but still 3 pairs. Rainbow board है, तो I guess we can bet because there will not be any sets in this. Okay. Okay, fours are very tough. Fours are aces, kings are very tough. So we are chopping. We are not chopping. Ah, अच्छा नहीं ठीक है nice. Good all in Raghav, good all in. Okay,
Missing,
yellow is
and
going good
board
for me.
pairs. Laksh has made a boat. And Ruben is in trouble.
Ruben should be
Oh,
completely handcuffed.
Ruben के पास है क्या? Queen 3, Queen Jack 3 deuce. उसके पास सिर्फ Jack and वो bluff कर रहा है. While Laksh had 2 pairs on the flop and made a full
Here,
house.
there's just nothing for him to represent. What would he bet on the turn that would now have improved on the river? He's trying to say he has king queen. Could bet small. But that's not Ruben's style. Has he gone full
Oh.
pot? When you go full pot, you're going polarized. You're trying to say you have the best hand possible, or perhaps nothing. Laksh has an easy call and demands to see the bluff.
Queen 9 दिखाना चाहिए.
Not too bad for the so-called PLO amateur.
You still believe
उसका
that?
क्वीन 9 भी जीत रहा है seriously ऐसा.
What can I say, Adi? I'm not a cynic. But with these poker players, perhaps I should be.
So I feel like I'd sold myself pretty short, right, for this event. Everyone knew I'm like pretty underconfident in the sense that, like I mentioned, it's a fact that every one of the players at the circuit is better than me at PLO, right? I think like I didn't want to get steamrolled on the table. Like I didn't want people to run over me or think that I'm just going to be weak. So that's why I had a few of those showdowns. So I was just like confusing people. Like they don't know right now if I'm hustling them. Do I actually know how to play the game? Do I not know how to play the game? You know. So like that gave everyone a very confused idea about or a confused perception about how to play the game and whether maybe I actually do know how to play. You know. And I'm just messing with them. So that was fun. That's why I showed, you know, few bluffs, few hands here and there, just to like kind of throw them off as well. You know, otherwise they'd feel too comfortable getting into pots against me or running over me. So I didn't want that to happen. So because of that, I was like showing some hands here and there.
अब मैं हार तो रहा हूँ, but now he'll bet.
I'm not just gonna sit and
And इसके पास
try to
flush
add it
है
up.
for sure. So I'll not.
Lakshpal Singh
Take
showing
panga.
that he's not just an online guy, he's now picking up some live tricks as well.
Well, he is the Season 1 circuit champion, trying to defend his title. As I mentioned, he
Who
did
is
pretty well
Lakshpal?
in the PLO event in Season 1 also.
I didn't believe him then, I didn't believe him now. Right then, onwards we go. Pawan Bansal into the muck. Chiggy, would you like to play poker? He would
Chiggy.
not.
Wait
She
just a
would
second,
not.
Adi. Folding is also playing poker.
It's true. It's like 80% of the game, mate.
4, 5, 6, 9. Nah,
General
Ruben नहीं
point to
खेलेगा.
make, something that a lot of people underestimate.
Indeed.
Equally good to make good folds as it is to make good
Navi
hands. Equally
has
important,
double
rather.
suited kings.
You know what they say in cash games, right? Money saved is money earned. Meanwhile, Navi, double suited kings, money
क्या
earned.
बोला?
Meanwhile, Navi, double suited kings on the cutoff. Very easy hand for him to open.
And Zarvan with a rather unorthodox holding, choosing to call
bad
small
hand.
blind.
How much is
Okay. Lakshpal has ace 9 suited and 8-6 suited, and 6-8-9 is working for him. This is a shitty hand that I have. I'll just fold. ठीक है. So Zarwan के पास तो बहुत घटिया hand है.
Looks like Laksh is about to
But
3-bet.
Laksh has a good hand.
I'm
Laksh
thinking
has a
but
good hand.
I'm like, if you had a choice to get any hand you want, why would you choose this one? Is this the best hand? No, right? What's the best hand?
Ace,
Double
ace, king,
suited.
king, double.
Trying to find out how much he can raise to as per PLO pot limit. There's a maximum.
But solver नहीं solve कर सकता है क्या बताओ?
And the PLO experts are going to help him along. Common question on PLO tables. How much can I raise?
57.
मैं भी aces king.
Oh, and he just calls.
करके ठंडा ही छोड़ देता है.
अच्छा तो ये किया ये सब करने के बाद में
अरे ज़्यादा स्टैक है अभी उनको. थोड़ा कम होता तो स्क्वीज कर रहा था मैं. अच्छा हैंड है मेरे पास.
That's a lot of information. Laksh's behavior there actually matches his hand. Ace 9, 8-6 double suited, good at 3-bet, decides to just call and actually says he has a good hand. As we go to the flop, it's King 7-3 top set and the second nut flush draw for Navi.
भाई
Monster
नवी के
hand.
लिए क्या
It's
hand
a
है
great
ये?
start.
And he checks.
it in position, three-handed. It comes a 4. Navi no longer has the nuts, still has way the best of it.
He'll be a little happy to have a 5 in his hand, though. That stops some of his opponents from having one of those straights.
Yeah, but tricky play. Checking that board.
Tricky play. It's
Don't forget a
11-11.
spade.
Make a
Wouldn't give him
wish,
the nuts either, but he
guys.
takes the variance. Now gets rewarded in the form of a bluff by Zarvan. Using the 6 blocker. Navi has the world here. Needs to hold. 95%. Comes to fruition.
Obviously,
8 of
he
diamonds
holds.
changes nothing. And by the way, if Zarvan had the nut straight, he would need to continue the story here.
जो टर्न पे बेस्ट था वही रिवर पे बेस्ट है, दैट इज 5-6.
Is he going to bluff off a
तो
few chips in Navi's direction? Let's face it, he's going to get called. And bluff he does, and he gets snapped.
Top set, flop, check back.
Azhar commends the trappy play.
flop set, top set, flop check back.
टर्न थोड़ा गंदा खुल गया, टर्न उतना अच्छा नहीं था.
Squeeze free and then you snooze.
Navi showing why he's the PLO boss. Looking to capture some points the way he did in Season 1.
And with that hand, he takes another step towards repeating history, just like in Season 1, where he started off not the best, eliminated right in the first event, 0 points to his name. And then it was the great old game, his favorite, PLO, that got him back into the mix. He shipped that outright and got himself into the top spots on the leaderboard. And if it weren't for a dreadful bad beat with pocket aces, who knows, he might have gone all the way.
People who've been playing X sport for so many years have the skill level. It's about the temperament. So even when you talk about poker, it's about the temperament. Even before every hand, even after every bad beat, it all boils down to that. How are they handling pressure? How are they maintaining a good mindset?
Let's see if Navi is able to maintain his composure and live up to his own words
Easy
as we move
peasy.
on here in this PLO event.
Well, it's going to be difficult. He's
Shitty
surrounded
hands
by
I'm getting.
sickos.
And luck.
If you had 2 backdoor flush draws, then you would have gone with it.
आपके लिए इज्जत
Never
बहुत
underestimate a poker player.
आने वाला है भाई,
skill
कुछ तो
level.
fuck off hand आने वाला है अजहर के
As
पास.
you've been telling me this entire time, Adi.
Indeed, indeed.
Surprising.
Table still 7-handed, full so to speak, no eliminations. That tension.
कुछ तो है,
like
कुछ
weighted
तो
to a
है
rubber
अजहर के
band
पास.
sometimes.
उसके चिप
It's
स्टैक से
rising,
खेलने के तरीके से
stretching.
लग रहा है मुझे कुछ तो
Who's
है.
going to be the first to crack?
Well, these guys are rock
ये
solid.
देखो,
not
ये
to
देखो,
be too cheesy,
बेड
so
प्रिपेयर कर
hard
रहा
to
है,
get
बेड
cracks
प्रिपेयर
on
कर रहा
these
है.
guys.
पहले
Take
ही
something
उसके
from the
फोल्ड
deck.
करने से पहले ही बेड.
Actually, I'm running cold.
ये देखो क्या था इसके पास. 8 10 7 4 डबल सूटेड ना. शिट हैंड ही है. Oh, I thought I had a good hand, but not so much. Because ये जो 3 छगियां हैं ना मेरे पास, they are not good. I am blocking my own outs. 2 छगियां होती तो एक छगिया आने का कुछ स्कोप था, बट अब तो बिल्कुल ही क्वींस ही हैं मेरे पास बस. मैं शिट हैंड. इसमें भी एस इज सूटेड एंड टेंस हैं, फोल्ड कर देते हैं. नॉट अ गुड हैंड.
लास्ट हैंड में बिगाड़ दिया क्या कुछ?
नंगा एकदम.
You
are so disinterested in the hand.
नंगा ब्लफ भाई.
Colorful words to describe a style of bluffing by Ruben there.
Pavan Bansal out of the small blind here.
That's a proper hand, Addy. The big reason is you want the suited ace cards to not interact with your pair. Because in a dream scenario, you can hit top set and the nut flush draw. So ace, queen, queen 8 without the queen of hearts is how you want it.
It's really greedy.
PLO is about being greedy sometimes.
Pavan has the 3 betting hand.
And he does bump it up.
अब अजहर फंसेगा भाई,
you, he's
ऐसे
taking
से हैंड्स में ही फंसेगा. ये देखो जी, जो हम विच वी आर ट्राइंग टू अवॉइड ना, ये अजहर फंसता है ऐसे हैंड्स में. हमारा फ्लश ड्रॉ एज वेल एज ब्लॉकर. पॉट कितना है? किंग ब्लॉकर है ना. पॉट मार सकते हैं बिकॉज किंग 10 ब्लॉक कर रहे हैं हम. दैट इज करेक्ट. दैट इज इंडीड करेक्ट. किंग नहीं था उसके पास. Kings again. अजहर यहाँ पे फंस चुका है 3-bet खा के, cause shitty hand उसने खेला 10-8
Into
7-4
account the pre-flop
call
also
करेगा ये
here.
देखो.
Azhar has the widest of ranges.
अजहर कॉल करेगा because he was like कि PLO तो post flop game है ना,
And
तो
was
कॉल
the
क्यों नहीं
pre-flop
करते?
opener.
कॉल करते
Look
हैं.
at that, Zarvan makes a tight fold even though he was closing the action.
Zarvan folds
Ace
because
jack,
Zarvan is a
10-5
good player
plus
unlike Azhar. Azhar is a shitty PLO player apparently.
That's a lot of domination to be going into the flop with, and it comes 3 hearts.
Oh,
This
nuts
is
for Pawan.
dangerous. Both of them have flopped a flush.
दोनों के पास flush है.
Obviously, in PLO, it is way more likely for you to have a flush when you have a monotone board like this. But it is tough to put your opponent on 2 hearts when you have 2 yourself.
Check.
And look at that Pavan Bansal with the trap check on the flop.
Now Azhar also has a straight and a flush, but
There.
क्या कर सकते हैं?
With the perfect opponent to do it to.
Check
as
mark है
well.
भाई पावन के पास.
Azhar checked behind the flop also. He wants to make this a 2-street affair. It's PLO. You're never too comfortable with a small flush. But now, Pawan has checked on the turn again. Azhar is going to think he has the best of it here. The kind of hands Pawan would be 3-betting from the small blind will often be aces, kings, and they don't need to have hearts in them. He's
Pawan
betting this for
checks.
value.
Azhar bets
And it's a donation
7,000.
of 7,000 to the stack of Pawan Bansal. Does the damage go any further than this? Pawan check calls for now. Pawan wants to keep his range wide. He wants to appear like he's maybe hero calling on the turn with something like aces.
And the
it
board
comes
pairs.
a 6 of diamonds, which means the board has paired.
Board
Either player
pairs.
lost that.
मतलब full houses are in play. He
Pawan
checks.
no longer with the nuts, checks, and Azhar checks behind, manages to lose relatively few chips.
Good hand. Good hand.
It's a life-saving river, is what it is.
Eight of hearts and queen.
Damn, bro. Jam it. He would have kept you on a blocker. 3 streets he would have called you. Telling you, I'm swear to God, he would have called you 3 streets. If you let out, big, 3 streets he would have called you.
Navi with some good advice there, or perhaps just sprinkling a little salt in Pavan's wound, much to Azhar's pleasure.
When someone flats like that, so snappy, they never fold on a flop flush. Never fold. If you bet pot. Never. They always level themselves to think that you have aces with blocker, ace, heart.
Great point.
Although Azhar is like, am I there?
क्या कह रहे हैं?
Great point.
Although Azhar is like, am I there?
रिवर को देखने के बाद में थोड़ा बुरा लगा. मुझे तो 6 देख के बुरा लगा मुझे तो. उन्होंने नॉट गुड भी नहीं बोला, फ्लैश बोला. उन्होंने जो शक्ल बनाई तो ऐसे लगा कि वो तो स्ट्रेट रेट पे घूम रहे हैं. क्या लेके आए हैं? कह रहे नो हमारे पास
पावन
तो
स्पेशल है.
नट फ्लैश ही है बस.
मैं होता कैश गेम में वो चल रही होती बैन कर देता पावन को उसी टाइम. बोलता इसको उठाओ. अभी
Pawan taking it pretty well, all things considered. Did win the pot, so that has to help.
That's also because Pavan knows when he's asked to leave the game, he'll be asked to leave with everyone's chips.
1600 mean just when your heads up. Thank you.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
हाँ 800 1600 भी
जल्दी खत्म कर रहे हैं. मैंने बूम बूम कर दिया ना वो हैंड में एक ही हैंड में.
Bit of nostalgia to table 2. Azhar and Justin made quick work of the proceedings. Here we are with no eliminations thus far.
और अजहर का बहुत मोटा पॉट होगा फिर जैसे में से एक के साथ
हाँ जस्टिन तो नहीं देगा.
Blinds 1,000.
Azhar has 9.
As Azhar was saying, hold him. Very different game. Somehow their table was done by the 800, 1600 level down to heads up. That means everybody a bit short.
Okay.
PLO does work okay, short stacked as well. Equities run so close, you don't fold too much pre-flop. So I suspect some action is incoming.
Nice, check back.
Chiggy perhaps will oblige. Queen 10, 9, 7. 3 diamonds.
Bangarang.
have to try to not see your cards when you're lifting. That is right. Even Sue told me. The person on my immediate right, when he was on my right,
And
even if the
Navi
board-
has a hand he can
Navi
commit with ace,
has
king, king,
kings.
three bets to the maximum, which in this case is 13,000. And Chigi comes along. He's going to speculate. Like I said, you don't fold too much pre-flop.
Controversial pot तो खेलना ही पड़ेगा.
She
Chigi's come
calls.
along with a weak hand, but he does flop best. Like I was saying, you don't fold too much in PLO.
I don't know. Is this a horrible hand? Like, should I have never been in this? मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा था.
Not really, I think.
ये horrible है.
हाँ गलती है.
Horrible तो नहीं है.
मतलब इतना बड़ा pot
Button
के
के
लिए
हिसाब से तो horrible कुछ नहीं.
If you know
छोटे
he's-
stack के साथ इतना
if you
गंदा ही है.
if you know he's spotting, then just limp and then call it.
No, I don't know he's spotting. I thought I'll get respect
like,
for raising, so that's why I was.
I will not. I guess yeah.
You can never be too sure with Chiggy. You gotta love the guy who flops miles ahead and then just says, "Was this a horrible thing to do?"
Navi in trouble. Needs to
Navi in
make two pairs or
trouble.
catch a king. And the 6 does not oblige.
Oh,
And
nahin,
the
nahin,
ace
nahin.
means we lose Navi.
I mean, why would you want to bet? Shouldn't be. Chill, bro.
Bit salty, understandably, as he walks away.
So basically, and the next elimination would be Azhar because we saw. गलती से we saw कि वो 6th में जा रहा है. Shit.
We've
Shit,
had our
now
first
we're just
elimination
waiting
in the
for
PLO
his
event.
elimination,
It's been a
apparently.
long grind to get to this first knockout. Navi, a little disappointed, I'm sure. How do you feel you played?
Not proud of how I played, especially in the first few levels. I think I really wasn't in the zone. And then, I mean, after the first pick, I tried to zone in, but I don't think I was playing my top game, so I deserve to be here.
Very humbly put, but do you feel there's a reason that you sort of were a bit more reserved there? Because everyone was telling us before, you know, this is Navi's game, and we're used to seeing you putting them to a real test. Any reason why you decided to sort of play a little safer today?
I think after the first few levels, I mean, I was literally down to 25k stack, and I readjusted, which I shouldn't have. I should have gone, I mean, literally bang, bang, bang. But it's okay. One of those days.
It's always one of those days, unfortunately. Speaking of bang, 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 is that the strategy moving forward now? Because we've got some work to do after minus, I think, 50 or so.
That's the only strategy left. There's no strategy left. There's no other strategy but try to finish up top and then win the heads up too.
Well, we'll be watching, and we always enjoy a bit of bang, bang, bang. So look forward to it. Well played today. Cheers.
I think there is only one thing I can do, right? I mean, I have to win the last event and the heads up to qualify. So, I mean, now it's nothing to lose for. I mean, I just will go for everything and anything.
The dreaded first elimination gets the dreaded minus 20 points to Navi. He is in deep trouble in terms of his...
एक सेकेंड स्टैक साइज में आज़ार के पास 23 bigs हैं सिर्फ. Okay.
The dreaded minus 20 points to Navi.
Lakshpal is leading. Pavan is second. Chirag, Ruben, Azhar, Zarwan. And Zarwan won't be eliminating next. That would be Azhar. So Zarwan कुछ तो करेंगे. Zarwan would be up to something.
Navi, he is in deep trouble in terms of his circuit life. For now, we have 6 players remaining. Lakshpal Singh actually has over 50 big blinds. Pawan Bansal pretty close behind. 51 big blinds for him as well. And Chiggy, with that pickup in the form of Navi's chips, is also comfortable with well over starting stack. Ruben, Azhar and Zarwan, bottom of the table leaderboard for now. Trying to make their way back up. Ace King 6-3, good enough to open. Pawan with a little bit of pep in his step. We're 6 max now,
Pep in his
under the
step.
gun. Little more playable. And Chirag with a beautiful looking
Chigi
Jack
ke
10,
paas
9,
Jack
8. These are
10,
called
9, 8,
rundowns, and
bhai.
that's a good rundown to have.
Player all in.
And Azhar takes the spot now with kings once again. Ace.
Azhar is all in. Matlab, probably Chigi will call. तो
King,
Azhar का
king, deuce,
elimination है
perfect
ये.
hand to squeeze.
Azhar का elimination नहीं. Only kings and hearts are working.
Now the question is, who wants to go after it? They could collude, by the way. Pawan and Chiggy could both call down. Pawan's hand does not perform too well against the kind of hands that are getting it in there, unless Azhar had something like Jack, Jack, 10, 10, something like that, in which case the aces and kings would be live. Here we can see Pawan's aces and kings worthless, but he still isolates. And
Oh, अगर ये हुआ है that Chiggy did not call, जो कि रेंज में भी नहीं है, तो एस किंग 6-3 से हार जाते हैं अजहर. How? Clubs or 6-3?
Chiggy has to make an ICM fold. Wants to let Azhar bust.
अरे तो बहुत डेड हूँ मैं.
तो
What do you have? Ace king?
ये तो थ्रो ही है.
Ace king what?
ये क्या हो गया
ये तो बहुत थ्रो है. Yeah. ये तो.
Why are you in this hand?
7.5 picks, no? He has.
Yeah, but like maybe he will better in Q4. Maybe he calls.
Everyone confused by Pawan's isolation.
ये तो कोई contest.
खड़ा हो गया भाई वो. भाई ये कैसे हार गया भाई ये? If अगर यही हैंड है वो, but
Contest ही नहीं है ना इसकी jamming range के against.
What did you have, Chiggy?
आपकी भी jamming नहीं है.
He had 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10. Yeah, better to like.
One way suited, but
Most probably you're gonna hit the flop because you're gonna hit.
winning this hand. Confirm you're winning that.
ये तो बहुत मुश्किल हो गया.
मेरे covered थे वैसे, so I had clubs, so that's no good. 9 jack of clubs.
Azhar seems tense. He's in a good spot though.
A6 as well as diamonds.
Well, not anymore. Pawan finds the 6.
Wow.
Nothing, only gutty.
Aces and sixes for Pawan. Ace king for Azhar thus far.
Oh, yeah, I need the queen to turn. Oh my god.
And a 6. Bhai. The only thing that could have... Damn. मतलब क्या चल रहा है? And woohoo! We have a big win. Oof. Shit, last hand we won approximately 6,000 rupees. Damn, so Azhar's demise is our luck basically.
Almost over. Just a king needed to rescue.
Shit.
GG Chandar.
And the 8 of clubs means Pawan has eliminated Azhar. The young gun will leave us in 6th place and will get some minus points.
No, you're late.
Quite low it was.
All right, out in 6th place, of course, champion of the event, number 1. Little minus points taken. Any nerves there?
No, I mean, of course, like getting a negative addition to your tally is never a good feeling, but I'm fine with the way it went down. I think I still have a comfortable cushion of points, and I have another event tomorrow, I guess. So let's see, and hopefully we'll just secure with a good measure for the finale.
It's a hard one to take for sure, but would you say you're happy with how you played overall?
I'm pretty happy with how things turned out, and to turn out exactly opposite of how you think things would be, because I thought PLO would be where I would excel, and Texas is where I would lack, but Texas is where I ended up winning, and PLO is where I was an early bust out, so you never know what unfolds. It was a wild table. There was a lot of action, a lot of hands happening, but we didn't run so good, and in the final spot Pawan got lucky on us, converting probably a 70-30 or 65-35 spot, and that was that. A couple of spots here and there I lost. Then I think I leaked a bit as well. I was straddling in a tournament. I don't know why, but I was doing that as well. So I leaked a few chips there.
Yep.
And then in my final flip, it was, I think the last part was just a downfall straight away. But yeah, in the start, we did give them a fight. We did give them some run for their money. Every time when I was confused about making a decision that, whether I'm going the right way or the wrong way, I just thought I have the points. How bad could it be?
Well, slowly, then suddenly, as they
Overconfidence.
say, we're down to 5, and it's Zarvan
Overconfidence
at the bottom,
took him
just 10 big
down.
blinds in his stack. Pavan is the comfortable chip leader. I love seeing these different dynamics, Addy, in the form of playing styles as well. Pavan and Laksh, certainly the less lag, the less aggressive players on the table, and they're the ones sitting pretty with a ton of chips.
Tight is right, question mark? I'm not sure I've ever said that in PLO, but here we are.
Tight is usually right in most forms of poker. It's just that you have to be aggressive when you play. Tag, as we say, tight aggressive.
Tag.
Queens now for the 10 big blind stack. If he raises here, he's committing himself, and that's exactly what he's done. Pavan on the big blind has to call 7,000.
Okay.
14 to fight for in the middle.
Flush.
And he will try and clip it. This is pretty loose, but it's PLO. 2 of diamonds is a great start, as is the 7. There we go. Flops 2 pairs.
Pavan hits 2
Actually
pair
checks and
against
wants to trap
queens.
the rest of Zarvan's chips. Zarvan
That is
will
something.
oblige. So we have a 2-to-1 situation in terms of equities. 37% for Zarvan. And it comes in 8 immediately. That is the best card in the deck. Queens and 8s now for Zarvan. Pavan has prepaid, and for good reason, the 5 of hearts. Full double up.
I'm quite upset.
Pretty crazy.
Come on.
And Zarvan thanks the dealer in Vietnamese for the favorable 8 there.
Come on. Zarvan is chipping up
Now he's going
somehow.
to put those chips to work. King, Jack, 6-3. Those are the 2 hold'em hands we were talking about
Jacks
earlier.
and 4s. I hate
And
jab
Lux has picked up the
PLO
double
में
Robbie, Jack 4,
double
Jack 4.
double
suited
pairs. I
mind you as
hate.
well. Hearts and clubs.
And camera.
Queens for Pavan.
Maybe pro.
Ruben also calls.
Oh, why did I do all this?
He checks.
Mix and match scene.
Family pot.
Yeah, everyone limp. 18,000 in the middle. Queen in the window.
Queen.
And a Jack and a 10. Top set for Pavan. Middle set for Laksh. And look at what Zarvan has. An open-ended straight flush / royal flush draw.
Welcome to PLO.
Zarvan. And diamonds Chigi के पास
Check in
हैं.
with Pavan.
And
Straights being so likely, I don't expect him to bet the set, but this is Pavan we're talking about. Could try to take a stab, see where he's at kind of thing, but you don't want to be blown off the hand. If somebody has ace-king, they'll just rejam. That may be so, but Pavan does decide to bet into 4 other players. This is bold. Get some equity to fold in the form of a small flush draw from Chiggy. Ruben had nothing, but Zarvan cannot go anywhere, and now the pot is getting bloated. 11,000 to call. Zarvan will have 75% of pot behind. And he does make the call. Leaves himself 30k.
Ooh.
Look at that, equity's 50-50.
Zarvan का hit होगा ही होगा अब तो.
What's going on? I finally picked up a hand. I finally hit a hand.
This is actually an easy fold spot for Laksh. Believe it or not, the problem is there is no great card for him apart from the case jack. If a queen comes in, somebody could have queen jack. If a 10 comes in, somebody could have pocket queens or pocket 10s, just like Pavan does. All that being said, it comes the king of hearts. Somehow nobody has a straight, nobody has an ace even. Sarvan checks. Lux checks as well, still drawing dead, of
Pavan
course.
has to check, man.
And now
Pavan
Pavan has to
check.
hate his holding. All he can do here is check and hope to pair the board. Very tough to convert his hand into a bluff. And it comes an absolute brick. Somehow Pavan has the check mark.
Will Zarvan bluff shove?
Sarvan has 60% of pot behind now because Lux had also come along. He's throwing in a time bank. He's completely whiffed. He has kings and jacks. That's not worth much. Any ace with any Broadway card makes the nuts here. And oh my goodness. He's bluffing and representing exactly that with half his stack.
Ooh, this is such a amazing bet, भाई shit. उसके पास 30k का स्टैक है, पॉट 50k है, ठीक है. स्टैक इज 30k, पॉट इज 50k, एंड लोगों ने इतना इन्वेस्ट कर दिया ऑलरेडी, एंड सामने वाले के पास 70k 1 लाख टाइप का स्टैक है. स्टिल ही थॉट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द एक्शन दैट वेंट कि सिर्फ 15,000 इज इनफ टू गेट देम फोल्डेड. लाइक bravo, man, bravo.
And Lux insta folds.
One person folds at least. Pavan will too.
He's put it together, Addy. He's realizing.
ये तो थ्रो ही है.
Ace king one.
Lux here with middle set, wondering what's going on. I find
He folds apart from the comes in. Some of that A still draw. Comes an absolute set also swift. He makes sending exact. He's realizing with the check around on the turn. Pavan should not have the straight.
Pavan will fold, man. Obviously he will fold. सोच के fold करेगा.
Yeah,
He's
you'd
such
imagine
a
that
good
straight would
bluff.
want some protection
Such a
with the
pure
flush
bluff
draw out
जिसके
there.
लिए आपको
And
chips
mind
नहीं
you,
चाहिए.
4 cards
मतलब
in your
it
opponent's
looks
hand.
like a value bet.
What did you bet?
And
the
wow,
first one, man?
Pavan does make the fold there. Zarvan picks up a
Shit.
nice pot, almost doubling his
Such a
stack.
beautiful
with a
hand, man.
beautiful
Such a
bluff.
beautiful hand.
And he shows.
Sick.
Sick.
I just said.
That's why I bet.
I'm still calling,
Sick.
bro.
Bro, I had a higher set than you.
Queens. Jacks. Fuck. Should I fold the flop?
The reason I bet was this only, so that undersets can call. Turn बहुत बुरा पत्ता हो गया.
दोस्त
तो जैम करूँ कि 15 बैट करूँ, दोनों में रिजल्ट तो सेम ही हो रहा है. मतलब 4 बिग ब्लाइंड से फाइट कर सकते हो फिर. मैं श्योर था स्ट्रेट किसी के पास नहीं है.
Yeah, like it's obvious I don't have a straight. I'll just pot the turn only. That's all. Right. Both of us.
Amazing for me. Nice hand the ball. Nice hand the ball.
बोला स्नैप हैंड खत्म होते ही फर्स्ट चीज यही होगा.
In that hand on the river, I was thinking, if I take a stab on this spot and if I win this spot, I probably will be able to fight it and I have a shot to come first. But if I give up, then it's going to be very difficult for me to ladder up or, to run up my stack unless I get lucky and, get that heat in 3-4 hands and then I run up the stack. तो मैंने बोला ज़ारवान तू गुड ही लग रहा है, तेरी फीलिंग सही है, मार दे स्टैब. एंड I left like 4 big blinds behind and I bet it and fold होके through हो गया and I was like shabash.
He did something very unconventional. He limped under the gun and Lux limped behind him and I was on the button and I had queen 7 deuce, which is not a great hand, but
I loved
because I
this
had
hand.
possession and I had the chip lead at the table, I thought spiking a queen here would give me like a deceptively great hand. So I limped along as well. Queen jack 10, 2 diamonds, and everyone checked to me. And I could have checked back as well, but I thought if other people have smaller sets than me, or maybe like queen jack, I can still get them to put some money into the pot. And if someone has like a smaller straight, if someone has like 8-9 or king 9, they'll be in a tough spot if I bet big here because it's a multi-way pot and ace king is very possible in all ranges. So giving myself a shot at getting value from worse, folding out better, and charging the nut flush draw and like second nut flush draw seemed like a pretty good idea to me. So I bet and I got 2 callers in Zarvan and Lux. And when Zarvan calls there with such a small stack behind, I don't think he ever has
a nut straight at that point of time because, you know, like the pot is big enough, he can get the money in. So I didn't think he had a straight at this point. Unfortunately, the turn was a king. Now, on a board of Queen Jack 10 King, you only need an ace with any of the Broadway cards and you have a straight, right? So now, when it's a three-way pot, it's so easy for my other two opponents to have a straight. So at this point, they both checked and I could have still gone for like a bet here, but I chose to check behind because I was like, maybe they have a straight too often for them to fold out. Like, and if I do bet and luck jams on me, Zarvan could not do much after my bet. But if luck jams on me, I'm in a horrible spot because I'm almost priced in at this point, right? Pot is so big. So I decided to check back.
Zarvan played
and
amazing.
Zarvan bet into two people. He bet like 15k into like
50K.
50k, and he bet into two people, both of whom could have a straight at that point. So credit to him, he got us off hands which were better than his, slightly better than his. So it worked out very well for him in this spot.
Amazing.
Well, the plan was good in theory, but sometimes in poker
Amazing.
it doesn't work out, even if you're as talented as Pavan Bansal in your planning.
It's pretty crazy कि अभी भी limping चल रही है.
नहीं अभी मैं बोल दिया वो जितने
Last
लिंप
time
आए
no one
क्योंकि
was
ये
limping.
लिंप आने वाला है इधर से
Zarvan perhaps trying to induce a limp.
पाल सिंह
Limpal Singh, another name to add to Laksh's growing list of nicknames.
Lakshpal Singh
Should
ko
we
Limpal
mention
Singh.
some of the others? Adi?
Maybe.
Leech Pal,
I like it. Lucky Bhai.
Lucky Bhai LP. And that's a
Lucky
proper
Bhai.
hand, by the way. 7744.
Double suited.
You don't want to play this in cash games too often, but here he has 100k in chips and can put a lot of pressure from the cutoff. And that's exactly what he's about to do, I think. Opens it up.
I think this will be the last hand that we'll be watching as
ICM pressure about
we have a decent
blinds
stack
2000,
and we want to
4000.
get out
Chiggy,
of
for
this
instance,
cash
has
game.
under 10 bigs. Everybody wants to
And
wait out the
our
other short
buddy is
stacks.
out, so there's no point in
Ragged
watching.
kings, as they say.
As
King,
we are
king,
railing
but
for
three
no
deuce
one.
alongside, not the choicest of holdings. And tricky from the small blind, but Ruben is ready to commit. Three bets to 35,000. We saw Pavan speculate with all kinds of hands.
For all you know, it's wrong.
27 plus 8
The one against Zarvan's queens comes to mind.
Yeah, actually.
He could call here. By the way, Adi, you're 25% to hit a set with that holding. 7744.
I mean just slowing down the game.
Sold.
हाँ तो वही तो बोला 9 into 3
Some math for Pavan to do. 26,000 to call. 52 in the middle. 18,500 behind if he hits. And can scoop up the rest of Ruben's stack. Lots to think about.
You almost think that Pavan might be more comfortable with a more connected, unpaired hand, because when Ruben commits there, chances are he does need that
I would not
25% to
have
come through.
called or raised with Pavan's hand.
And there you go, very tight fold indeed, he says.
Bang bang.
Bang bang.
Very tight fold.
Ruben, the wild card, is always willing to go with it. Cheeky smile.
2 overs. हो गई भाई 2 overs. 4 overs हो गए थे ना उसके.
Is what he's saying.
Wow. No, I believe him. I believe him.
The table getting emptier as it does. With every event comes pain and joy. Which of these sickos
Okay,
can
we
bowl
have
away?
a double suited aces.
Who are you putting money on here,
And I
Paddy?
think
Well, given that Pavan's got the big stack and the big
kind
brain,
of will be
my
the
money
last
is on
hand.
him.
If people don't
Understandable, but I wouldn't count
Shovity
anybody else
shove.
out either, especially the two players who seem interested in this pot. Ruben has King, Queen, Jack 5.
we have the nut
And
flush
Zarvan,
draw.
almost a rundown. Jack 10,
Nut
8,
flush.
7. One gap in the middle. If he hits the 9, it's kind of a money card.
Nice, have fun.
And the two blinds come along as
Thank
well.
you.
Charo
Thank you.
Full तो सब में है भाई. Fold नहीं कर रहा तो ये नहीं है 2 big
Fold कर दूं मैं.
ये बाकी
Chul, a big part of PLO, by the way. As
Chul, a big part of PLO, by the way. I love how commentators are referring to the words, some words like chul. Okay, let's analyze क्या चल रहा है. 349 is on the flop. Ooh, Zarwan has shit, but Pavan with a 3 has a pair. And Lakshpal 8653.
The flop does indeed contain a 9. 943. Look at the equities. Everybody kind of even. Two pair
No
for
one
Pavan,
has
but it's bottom two.
anything.
You don't feel
Such
too
a
comfortable with
random
that.
ass board.
Laksh has the open ender. The board is
जो
rainbow, so
खुला
straight
है.
draws are worth something. Check to the turn,
Oh,
and it comes the
no
ace, but it's the
ace.
diamond variety, which means the backdoor nut flush draw for Ruben. All other
No
holdings remain
ace.
somewhat equal in value.
But multi-way, so hard to get out of line here.
Yeah, Pavan has way the best of it with two pairs. 57% equity actually, but he'd never know it. He's eyeing the. It's a blocker. Does eye his stack?
Zarwan has. भाई भाई भाई.
We've seen him do this before, but
अच्छा नहीं नहीं
checks
किया
this
उसने.
time. Bang! Wow, what a river card right there. Pavan Bansal boats up as Ruben makes the backdoor
Pawan
nut
Bansal
flush.
backdoor
And
full
hand is
house
being
and
passive.
उसका nut flush आया है रूबन का King 5 से. Shit.
Pavan knows his hand is very likely to be the best one. How much
क्योंकि
does he want to bet for
forceful of
value?
threes है ना. Very likely.
Ruben sitting there with his nut flush on this board. Should be willing to pay off, depending on the sizing. This is the first bet into the pot since the flop. It's 14,000 into 20. Can Ruben somehow get away from it?
Should be able to fold, but tough fold है थोड़ा सा tough है.
Two people still to act behind him.
Ruben puts it all together and doesn't lose any additional chips.
Ball.
What?
That flush.
Why don't give him so much respect also?
सब में bet कर रहा है भाई 4-3
Button is good. I think it's here.
he's not value betting. I think the pot was 20k and Pavan leads from big blind 14k into 20k. So first of all, I don't think he has too much value there. Like I don't think he's betting like a 10 high flush or a jack high flush also, you know, on the completed board for that sizing specifically. If he ever wants to go for value, I think he goes smaller. He goes maybe like less than 10k or 10k. That 14k bet kind of threw me off. He's betting into three people. If I think about it, it's just the fact that he's the big blind. He has all the trashy, you know, bottom two pairs which convert into full house and stuff. And just the sizing, I don't think he has too much value there. I mean, I don't think he has too much bluff there. And he just has a lot of this middling value, you know, like small full houses, and maybe he has a queen high flush, but that's the only hand I can think of that could, you know, like go for this size. So I'm not beating too much. It just felt like a hand I'm supposed to throw.
Good fold था Pawan.
सच में king है. Wow.
Good fold ना.
Crazy खेलता है वैसे.
Good fold.
Yes, sir.
Lucky.
Good fold.
अरे हाँ भाई गुड फोल्ड ही है क्या वैलिडेशन चाहिए उससे तेरे को
Validation क्या चाहिए भाई?
तो क्या पूछे यार बोल रहा गुड फोल्ड है
अबे तेरे से थोड़ी ना पूछ रहा हूँ.
अरे गुड फोल्ड है यार कितनी बार पूछेगा अभी गुड फोल्ड है पवन गुड फोल्ड है पवन अरे गुड फोल्ड है भाई
अरे क्या पता ब्लफ किया हो भाई अच्छा कुछ या वैल्यू छोटे से वैल्यू ले रहा हो.
I do not blame Ruben looking for validation one bit. That was a world-class fold from the man who claims not to have any PLO skills whatsoever.
चलो ठीक है guys. I think that would be a wrap from my side. And let's just get up from this table also. Yes. So overall a good day indeed poker wise as well, because we got into a 5700 tournament, but our PLO cash game profited us almost 9k roughly 9k. So we had a profit of about 4k, which 3.5 4k, which is not bad after losing that shitty tournament. So PLO, let's go. If Azhar is not winning, then definitely I am, and we'll be back with another watch along. And I think the next format in this tournament series will be एक तो एक तो हेड्स अप बचा है एंड आई थिंक पता नहीं नेक्स्ट थर्ड वाला आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट क्या है बट रियली एक्साइटेड कि क्या चल रहा है एंड हाउ विल अजर मूव फॉरवर्ड in this tournament series and so far so good and हमारा भी अच्छा था आज पोकर वाइज गेम सो लेट्स सी मिलते हैं अगले वॉच अलॉन्ग में जल्दी ही आप जुड़े रहिए ये थोड़ा टीवी आउटर हो गया बट श्योर आई विल टेक इट एंड शबा खैर गुड नाइट सायोनारा मिलते हैं अगले अगले वॉच अलॉन्ग में तो तब तक आप खेलते रहिए एंड मे द कार्ड्स बी विद यू